You are here with me for Monday Musing 29. And do you know what that means? That means we have been together for 203 videos this year. This is my 203rd video of the year in my quest to upload a video every single day for 2019. I can't believe it. 200 videos. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to get there, although I will say I'm nervous about it. I am feeling the pressure. I just got back from Anaheim, California, where I went to VidCon, as you know. I shot only one video that week because I just shot I shot the Monday Musing, but I also shot the VidCon vlog, and that was it. So I did build up some before I went, but it was sort of a struggle to do that, just to make sure that I was getting myself through VidCon. And now I feel like I'm behind. And so I have shot a couple of videos this week. You know, I do have some that are batched up. Most of my Monday musings are batched up. I still have more to do, but those I'm well ahead on. It's the other videos that I have to make sure that I'm shooting each week. And I'd love to at least have some that I've done that are out ahead or just kind of in the bank in case I need them. And right now I don't have that. So I'm feeling the pressure a little bit, but I will get through it. When I got back from VidCon, I flew the red eye and got back and collapsed. My flight was late. It was supposed to get in, I think, at 6:05. It actually got in around 7, a little after 7. I was very tired. I didn't sleep at all. Came back, crashed, got up at about noon, and there were, it started to have a very small rain. And then all of a sudden, there had been no lightning, no thunder. There was just this flash with a sizzle and a loud crack, and the whole room just lit up white. And I knew that that lightning was very, very close. I wasn't sure where it had struck. I checked my house. I was looking for fire. I looked at the neighbors' houses, and I just thought, okay, well, maybe it wasn't as close as I thought. A few days later, discovered it hit an oak tree right by my house, and just right next to my house. And it's a sight to behold. I did film that. I will edit that and try to get that up this week. It made an amazing mark in the tree. Blue wood everywhere. It's pretty incredible. So I did film that, and I'll show that to you. The other thing Mitchell and I did, my son and I, we got up early and went to the Carborough Farmers Market. That's one of our favorite places. Everything is organic, and the growers are right there. We just love it. And we bought a bunch of tomatoes. We had thought we were going to buy 100 pounds of tomatoes. There weren't enough tomatoes in for us to do that. We bought a couple of farmers out on plum tomatoes as it was. We ended up getting 25 pounds of tomatoes. Now, why would we do that? Why would we get so many tomatoes? We like to make a fresh tomato sauce and freeze it. So each batch is 25 pounds. And we realized we really couldn't handle 100 pounds at once, and it's not because of the sauce. We also make the tomato paste. And the sauce, we have enough big pots to cobble together, getting 4 of those going with 25 pounds each. What we don't have is enough oven space to make the paste, so we would have to do that in advance if we were going to do it. But I did film that too, and that's sort of vlog style. I will try to edit that and get that up this week. There's a lot of footage because it took a long time, and so I had snippets here and snippets there. But we enjoy doing that, and then we freeze it for the year. So we always have fresh tomato sauce there in the freezer. So that is another video that will hopefully be up this week. One thing you'll notice in both of those videos is that my hair is curly, and I've been trying to experiment. I use hot rollers, and they're big. They're about that big. They're not very expensive, but they are very big. And when I travel, it's hard for me to take just one small bag because the rollers take up a lot of the bag. I would like to have a method for doing my hair that does not require the hot rollers. And I've been trying to experiment with things. I've been doing this thing where you take your hair and when it's sort of damp, and you twist it and then roll it up and put it in a band, and either just let that go, stay for a couple hours and take it down, or sleep on it. The first time I did it, I had 8 around my head, and I just ended up with this kinky, frizzy 70s disco hair. Then I did 5, and it was still really very curly. I might try just doing two, just sort of putting it up in pigtails and doing it, or trying more of the true pin curls where you curl it. The problem is pin curls, when you put pins in, I get ridges. My hair will curl, and it's very suggestive about curling. You just have to suggest to it to curl and it will curl. But I'm struggling with how to do this. If you have any experience with this or any ideas for me, let me know. I'm trying to do something that doesn't require sponge rollers and different things that are kind of difficult to sleep in. I could try that sort of 30s, 40s rag curl kind of thing. I haven't done that, where you take strips of rags and do that and tie it. That might work. I don't know, but you'll see. My hair does not look that good in those two videos, but it is what it is. It has been about 100 degrees every day here for a while, real close to it, if not there. Yeah, it's just been hot and miserable, and I also think that's why we've had all of the lightning, because every single day it seems like we have thunder and lightning. My neighbor and I have been joking that we live in Thunder Alley all of a sudden. The other exciting thing, for me anyway, and maybe for you, is that Donnie is visiting me this week. Donnie is my dear friend. I tried to film him before for Monday Musing, you may remember, and I had forgotten to turn the sound on, so it's just us talking like you can hear us, and you couldn't. So I just had put a snippet of that in there just to show you Donnie and that he had been here. I asked him to bring a few pieces of jewelry. He is an estate jeweler, so I'm a jewelry designer, and all of my things are contemporary. They're today. They are made right here and now. Donnie is an estate jeweler, so he is selling jewelry from, over 100 years ago to relatively recently. His sweet spot is the 40s through the 80s, and he especially likes the 50s and the 60s. So his favorite designs really come from the 40s, 50s, and the 60s. I've asked him to bring a few things, because sometimes you ask me questions and I don't have the examples. I'll put pictures up, but I don't necessarily have the examples. He has all kinds of examples of different jewelry, different styles, and different things. So we talked about a few of the things that he could bring. If you want to comment on this video and let me know what you would like to see the two of us talk about and what you would like for him to bring, let me know. We may have just enough time for him to throw a couple of things in his bag and we will talk about it. I do plan to shoot a couple of videos with him, and I'm not sure exactly what they'll be about now, but if you have special requests, let me know. And if we're lucky, he may be in next week's Monday Musing. I'm not sure exactly how long he's going to stay, but I would love for you to get to know him better. From this past week, the questions you had the most surrounding was white gold. And I've said it before, white gold is kind of like white chocolate. I'm not really sure what it is. I do know what white gold is, and I explained it in that video, the difference between white and yellow gold. And you were asking a lot of the same questions that a lot of people ask. Why even have white gold when gold is yellow? Why would you want to make it white? And the answer is that a lot of people just like white metals. And then you say, well, why aren't they wearing platinum or silver? Well, platinum is much more expensive, although that's not always true anymore. They're closer in price, but throughout history, it was usually a lot more expensive. Harder to work with, not as many people make platinum. Then why not silver? Silver tarnishes, and it's just not as precious, and sometimes people want to feel like they have an important, precious piece of jewelry. They're wanting something beyond silver, especially if it's for a wedding ring. So people who like white metals and don't want to wear platinum wear white gold. And basically, it's just alloyed with different metals to take the yellow out of it, and sometimes that isn't enough. And so it's rhodium plated. And so you're asking the question, why bother? Why is there white gold? That's kind of the answer. And as far as white gold goes, I don't wear white gold. It's not that I won't wear white gold, it's just not something that I have collected. I've had a little bit of it in the past, and I don't work with white gold. It's not that I never will, but it's because I have sort of that same feeling. I like 18 karat gold, and I like silver and platinum. I'm just kind of a purist in that way. Now, my mother's wedding ring was white gold. Her preference is white gold. I do understand why people like it. It just has never been for me. Let me know what you think about white gold in general, and I probably will make some white gold eventually. I've had some special requests for it in the past. I haven't done it yet because in both cases, when I started saying, okay, let's try on some yellow gold rings and you tell me which ones you want in white gold and how we're going to do it. In both cases, they decided to go ahead and go with the yellow. They had feared that the yellow would be really shiny, and I used texture, so they ended up liking the yellow gold on their hand. But I would do it if somebody really wanted it, but it's not something that I generally make in my line. I'm just kind of a purist. No offense if white gold is your thing, I do get it, but I also get the confusion surrounding it. In addition to the tomato sauce video and the lightning video, I will be sharing my Eames chair collection. This chair right here that I sit in and talk to you every day is an Eames chair from Herman Miller, so it will be one of the ones that I talk about. One of the jewelry minutes I'll be doing is also talking about why you can't sell your jewelry for appraisal price. I get this question a lot. You know, I bought this wedding ring, it's only 4 years old, and I now want to sell it and I can't. Why can't I? Or why won't the jewelry store buy it back from me for what I paid for it? So I'm going, or for what it appraised for. So I will be talking about that next week. A lot coming up, and I have a lot more videos to do. You have been giving me some great ideas. Please do keep those coming. I now have to just sit down and outline a lot of them. Usually when I do a video, even though I know a lot of the information, I will research and make sure I'm right about certain things, and I will look and see if there's a little more that I can talk about. And I usually, in the whole batch process, one of the things is having a bunch of outlines ready to go so that when I sit down, I can do a lot of videos. I don't even have the outlines done. So I am a little panicked, a little nervous, but we're going to do it. We're going to get through it. And I am glad you are here with me to get through it together. So watch for those videos next week. And if you haven't seen the ones from last week, I will link those below. Please be sure to watch those as well. I'll see you here tomorrow.